Hello and happy 2020. Yes. Today I wanted to kind of walk through some of my favorite things that I am bringing into the year 2020 to help with organization and health. Those are the top two things I think people want to be better at when it comes to the beginning of the new year and just hopefully carry on throughout the year. So I'm hoping that these favorites that I share with you actually inspire and encourage you to keep on going with like the goals that you have set for this year. Either way, between getting organized and being healthy, organization itself will help with any type of goal you've set for yourself, and health is just something you should always try to be concerned about in general, because it just you live a better life, you feel better, which means you perform better, and that can help with your goals as well too. So without further ado, let's jump into this video. So the first thing when I wake up is I definitely try to have a good breakfast, or just breakfast in general, because most important meal of the day, and that is no joke. Like, you really do need something to fuel your body, to get you going so that you can just keep it moving. One thing that I have been using a lot in pretty much any type of breakfast that I make is Planet Oat Milk. And this is honestly one of the first milks that I really just love the taste of it. I love it with my cereal. I put it in my chai tea, and I use it when I'm making pancakes, or literally anything that I can add the oat milk to, I will do that. It is so good. It adds such a great flavor, and the flavor of the milk itself is just great. Another favorite of mine has been this Special K Honey Oat cereal. This cereal is so good, and they have two types. They have the regular honey oats, but they also have one that has protein in it, and it's like a darker color. I really like that because I don't know, I just feel like I don't get as much protein as I need in my day. So depending on just, I guess, how I'm feeling or whatever, I'll do the protein one over the regular. But either way, both are really good, and I highly recommend. It's not as sugary, and it's just a great way to start your day. It has good nutrients in it that you need. So yeah. I don't know whether or not to include this as a favorite, because I technically don't own it yet, and I have been looking into it. But it's kind of one of those things where I know it's gonna be a favorite, kind of like a city that you've never been to, but like you're already in love with it before going, and then you go and you're like, yeah, I like this, I knew I would, kind of thing. So for me, that's kind of this product, and it's a NutriBullet. If you don't know what that is, it is basically like a blender, and this specific one that I'm talking about really blends smoothies. Hi guys, I just wanted to check in and let you know that I did end up getting the NutriBullet, and I am drinking a smoothie right now. I'll insert some pics of the ingredients that I use to make the smoothie. I did just want to say this, I think, is a great product. It was super quick to make this smoothie, and honestly I feel like it motivates me to make more compared to a regular blender. I know it's a mind thing, and like I should be able to make one, but this just makes it so easy. It's a to-go cup. Like, it has a lid that I can put on top of it to take if I need to, or you can just add a metal straw, or you know, a reusable straw in here and take it to go, however you want to do it. But I just went ahead and bought it. I got it from Walmart I got the 600 watt for $39, and then they have the 900 watt for $79, which that one I think you would only need if you're someone who really wants to like blend super tough things, but I'm not gonna be doing that, so yeah, up to you. But just wanted to check in and say that I love it, and as I thought, I love it. So, okay, back to the video. But the reason I'm deciding to get this is because I am very big on kale and spinach. And because I live by myself, I don't go through things, especially fresh produce, very quickly. So for me, I feel like, especially in the mornings during the week when I'm going to work, being able to use that extra spinach or that extra kale, and I also don't go through bananas very fast either. So when they are starting to get extremely ripe or whatever the case, I can throw in a banana with it and maybe like some almond butter and just like different, smoothie stuff. So usually after a good breakfast, ideally I would like to work out. Like, that's pretty ideal. But usually during the work week, that's harder for me. So definitely I take advantage of it on my off days. Of course, like when I'm off, I'm like, it's been a long week, I don't really want to do too much, but I know working out is definitely something that you should do in order to stay healthy, stay active. The gym isn't for everyone, and on top of that, the expense of going to the gym can be a lot. You might have a gym in your apartment, but like the equipment isn't necessarily everything that you would like to have, and it can just get complicated. And now, especially with it being cold, it's just we just don't want to go outside. So I really don't go to an actual gym anymore. I have found that when I go to a gym, I will usually not push myself as hard as I would like. And I know there's workout classes, but I'm just like, a lot of the stuff that's done in there, I feel like I can do at home. So in order to, one, be able to push myself and be in the comfort of my own home, I use two things. One, I've talked about in Vlogmas, which is called Popsugar. Not sponsored, wish it was, at Popsugar. Come find me, I love you. Anyways, I use Popsugar, and I started using it about 2 years ago. They upload pretty frequently, and I just love it because it feels like I have a personal trainer. I feel pushed every time. They're motivational, and they kind of walk you through like how you should be breathing, how you should be doing the certain exercise that they're showing you. There's modifications if it feels, too advanced at the moment. Or if you're like really killing it and you're like, oh, I'm a little tired, you can move down to the lower level, so that way, you're still being active, but you're not like wearing yourself out, because the whole point is just to get stronger as a person. And I just love that about Popsugar. It's a great way. You never have like the same instructor. There's different videos or different targeting videos. There's beginner, there's yoga, there's abs, there's whatever you are trying to target, they have a video for, basically. The second one that I use is called Lumowell, and basically it's more of I consider it more of like a toning type workout, but it's still like really good, especially if you're not getting in the gym using weights and that kind of thing. It's also one where you can use weights, you can add weights, and that's with Popsugar as well. Like, they have videos that includes weights, and you can just go purchase these at the store, have them in your home, and just use them whenever. But either way, with both you can add weights to make it more challenging to certain exercises that they're doing, and that helps too. But with Lumowell, I like that one specifically when I just really need to like focus and really like work on a certain part of my body that I just feel like I didn't work that week, or whatever the case may be. And I also love it because I can put music on in the background while the video is playing, because they're not really talking to me as much as like the Popsugar video, where like there's a legit like trainer like kind of walking you through different things. So I like play music in the background, and I feel like music 100% pushes you so much more, especially when it's like one of your favorite songs. It'll just push you, and I love that because after doing a Popsugar workout that really kicks your butt, and I want to get in that extra 10, 15, 20 minutes of another type of workout, then having that and playing my favorite music in the background gives me that extra boost of energy that I need to be able to push myself for that day. Those are the two that I highly recommend as far as workouts go. And with food, like I did only mention the oat milk and kind of like breakfast because one, I just feel like I said, breakfast is the most important meal of the day to me personally, and to any expert out there, honestly, that's what they'll tell you. And as far as what you do for lunch and dinner and snacks in between, that really just depends on you and what you're trying to do. Also, that's like a whole separate video. Like I could really just go on about food for so long, and I don't want to do that in this video. It's a favorites video, so breakfast is probably my favorite meal of the day, so that's why I chose to talk about the oat milk and the cereal specifically. So after working out, I always kind of like to take a moment for myself and just relax and reflect or eat a snack or whatever, just to do something before, you know, getting in the shower and moving on with my day. And when I kind of have that moment to myself, I love to light a candle, especially now in the winter time. And my favorite candle right now is, or honestly ever, I don't know if I'm ever gonna get a different one, but it's the Capri Blue brand. Their candles smell absolutely amazing. But on top of that, like this is the first candle that I can say I light and you can smell it throughout your house or apartment. And it's not overpowering, it doesn't give you a headache or anything. It's just so great. And I personally prefer this completely over Yankee candles, and I know they have a website that you can order them from, and I know some stores sell them as well, so just depending on where you are located and whatnot, that's how you can get them. Once I'm out of the shower, you know, just kind of that self-care is also very important when it comes to like your health in general. And one thing I like to do is, you know, after washing my face and all of that, is use this aloe vera and rose facial mist, and I'll put it on as soon as I get out the shower. It's just refreshing. I'll add the Clean and Clear Dual Action Moisturizer. It helps moisturize dry skin, and it also helps prevent any type of like pimples that you may be getting to an extent. I mean, when Mother Nature hits, ladies, if you know what I mean, that there's no way to really prevent that. But yeah, it's still really good and I still really love it. It is a lighter moisturizer, so this is something that I can use in the summer because when it's summertime, my face tends to hold moisture a lot better. So I only will put this on because it's light and I don't look like greasy throughout the day. Now that it's winter, I put on a second moisturizer from Burt's Bees, and that's more of a heavier moisturizer, but it's also good and I love it. And just the combination of all three of these products, it really helps keep me moisturized throughout the day, and I don't have to reapply anything. So that's why I really love those three products specifically together. Okay, on to the second group, which is organization. This is so key when it comes to setting goals and, you know, trying to pursue whatever for the year. And this is partially why I wanted to do this video, is because this one item specifically I am so obsessed with and I love it so much, but it's also kind of become a fail with this video. I'll explain. So my next favorite is a planner, but this is just not any type of planner. So this is a planner by a brand called U Brands with an S at the end. And I specifically like this one because you definitely, one, get your money's worth, even though I did get it on clearance, but even if I bought this full price, I wouldn't be okay with that. And it's just very resourceful. So like when you get the planner, it's basically blank. There's no months on it, there's no dates on it, there's nothing. There's not even a year on it. So you can literally personalize this to your liking of however you possibly want. They give you a sticker book, and in this sticker book there are stickers, and there's like cute stickers that you can use throughout your planner, but most importantly there are the months of the year and little numbers if you want to use that, if you don't, or you can just write them in on your planner, but they also come with numbers if you want to use that. And I just love this because I can start this planner whenever I want. On top of that, I just recently kind of thought about, like, sometimes we use a planner more in one month than we do in another month. Let's say you go hard and you're really using your planner in November and in December. And in January, because, you know, first month, you know, you're motivated, whatever. So let's say you start to get to February, things kind of get busy and you don't really have time to write things down and you just don't really use it. You maybe use like 1 week in February and you're just like, this was a whole waste of a month. And basically what you can do, or this is my own personal like thought here, is if it were me and I only used 1 week or even a few days throughout the planner, I would just take off the little sticker that says February and we'll skip from December, January, and make that March. And just whatever I wrote in here, either like white it out or just mark it out, whatever pleases you. And that way you're not wasting pages and you can reuse that month. You're just getting more out of it. And I love that because I feel like I'm not alone when it comes to not, you know, using your planner efficiently, consistently. So the reason that I said this was a fail is because I, before doing this video, checked on You Brand's website so I could be able to tell you how much these actually run since I got mine on clearance at Marshall's. And to my surprise, they actually don't sell planners like this anymore. And I don't know why, and it makes me very sad because I really thought that I found a planner brand that I was gonna just like continue to use, and I was looking so forward to it. But I did see that they have like a weekly, I think they called it a weekly planner notebook. It's not exactly like this, but it still gives you the chance to fill in the month, the days on your own and all of that. I still wanted to share it because in general, if you can find a planner that allows you to custom make it yourself and you don't have to waste 6 months because you just bought it, or like you're forced to buy it in January or whatever the case, like if you're just like, yeah, I want to start a new planner in February, like you don't, you know, like a whole month isn't wasted. So that's why I really like this, because you can customize it. So if I find any planners that are similar to this where you can customize it, then I'll link it down below. But I just feel like this type of planner is so much better than, you know, buying one that's pre-made and you're not really getting the most use out of it. My next favorite thing by far is my MacBook. And this has been my favorite since I purchased it 4 years by this summer. But yeah, I have loved this thing, and honestly, for all 4 years almost that I have had this, I have not had an issue with it, and it keeps me so organized, especially because I'm always in a rush with things, whether that was back when I was in school or even now. I especially love it because I do have an iPhone, so it kind of syncs everything between the two. As a journalist, I take a lot of notes on my phone when I'm on the go, like trying to get somewhere and I need to write interview questions or like look something up or whatever. I cannot state enough how much my Mac has saved me in so many situations, and it's just honestly to me a great way to stay organized between your phone and your Mac. The Mac just kind of provides more of a work environment. You don't really get distracted from the notifications on your phone and that kind of thing. Just personally to me, my Mac is my ultimate favorite purchase that I have ever made, and I wanted to include it in this organization section because it really does keep me organized and helps with a lot of things when it comes with planning and that kind of thing, and just the ability to sync between my phone and my MacBook. Well guys, that concludes my favorites video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps you guys in some way, whether that is with organization or health or even both. Again, with the planner, I'm sorry. I really thought that it wouldn't be discontinued. Like, it's such a great planner. I don't understand why, but anyways, that's beyond me. Like I said, if you can find a planner that just allows you to do what you want to do, or you just find a planner that suits you, that's the main point. Is just get a planner that fits you, or if you want to do it digitally, do that. But whatever works, the main thing about 2020 is you want to stay organized in order to be able to achieve your goals and be realistic with your goals. And then on top of that, being healthy just makes you a better person as far as being able to perform better, which means that you can achieve those goals that you have set for yourself. So I really do hope that this helps you guys with whatever you're trying to achieve this year. And yeah, I'll see you back here with my next video real soon.